own office. He teaches his own class. He is amazing with the students. He invests his time, his energy, and even his resources in a humble way without telling anybody. I only know this because I'm the dean and I say, who paid for this? And it's usually Bill. I just want to tell you, Bill is a showcase leader. He has done amazing things for this university and for everybody he gets to meet. He is a wonderful businessman. He wrote the book, The Economics of God's Plan, a Mandate for Surplus. And he teaches that here at Grand Canyon University. He is our executive in residence. And he's also executive residence at his church, Valley Presbyterian Church, where he serves his community in great ways. He's become a wonderful, wonderful friend. He is so deserving of this award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill McKee.
When it finally became clear that I couldn't dissuade John from his nomination for this award, I told him I would be accepting it on behalf of our team. My team is VPC, Valley Presbyterian Church, and I can embarrass people with the best of them. So, with Valley Presbyterian Church, please rise and be recognized. My story coming to Grand Canyon started with Carol Eden. Carol, a longtime member of Valley Presbyterian Church, 13 years ago said, Bill, and I was talking a lot and teaching a lot, said, you ought to go to seminary. So at the young, tender age of 65, a little over now, I went to seminary. And because I had a business background, I gravitated towards this nexus of business and theology. So I come back and I start talking about that at VPC. So our great pastor, David Joint, Reverend Dr. David Joint, scholar, Oxford, Princeton, says, Bill, you're talking about something novel here. I want you to write a book. And I'm going to put you in an office and I'm not going to open the door until the book is done. So that's the way to get a book done. So the next thing is my men's Bible study group, many of whom are right here, were supportive of that book. David Joint wrote on the cover a recommendation. Senator John Kyle wrote a recommendation on the book. And David Eaton wrote a recommendation on the book. And David Eaton just happens to be one of the oldest partners of Jerry Colangelo since he came to Phoenix. So the next thing I know is that David has given the book to Jerry. And Jerry did what he has done for so many people for so many years here in Arizona. He opened the door. Thank you, Jerry. Paul says that we're all given a gift. I've come to learn that that gift is no better maximized, has no more impact than when it's given as part of a team. So in the height of the COVID, I met on Zoom a man named President Brian Miller. And you heard him here this morning, you can't talk to him. I felt like I was in his presence on this Zoom thing. And when I saw his two hands come together, and he said, Bill, when the free market system comes together with a Christian worldview of concern for the other, there is no greater power for good in the world today. He had me. I was in. So then he introduced me to a fellow named Randy Gibb. Randy graduated from the Air Force Academy. Well, I knew he and I talked the same language. And of course, he's been promoted since I knew him, and we call that in the Air Force a fast burner. And Randy introduced me to the people at the Colangelo College of Business. The leaders now, John Cadis and Allison Mason, over there, are great leaders who introduced me to the great professors that teach economics, finance, accounting, the Schwab Business Center, all the things that equip the students of GCU to enter the marketplace today well equipped and able to succeed. That one hand that we're talking about. And now, a perpetual student, I'm working on a PhD in practical theology. So I'm meeting another school with the dean, Jason Hiles, Paul Smith, and Josh Anderson. I think they're here today. I shook their hands. I hope you didn't leave early, you didn't have a class, I don't know. But they introduced me to the wonderful professors at the College of Theology and the seminary. And they are the ones that articulate how Jesus comes into the classroom here at GCU. They're the ones that articulate how students flourish on this campus. So I can tell you, with the team that President Mueller has assembled, the students fully equipped, ready to enter the business field, fully affirmed in their Christian worldview, the students here are in fact the empowerment of that good that's going out into the world today. All for God's greater glory. Thank you.
God bless you, Bill. Folks, I'm going to call up a young man for a benediction. So Connor, get your tail moving this way.